Alright, part two of this, I just wanted to show you guys um, essentially the frequently asked questions. Um, Typically, sometimes you will try to run the program, the .exe, and for some bizarre reason, it'll say that it didn't work. Um, so, a quick fix usually that I've realized is uh, applicable to this. What you can do is try this. Go to google.com and you can go to Google. You can type in .NET framework and try to get the highest one. Try to get .NET framework 4.5, which is the most recent. This is kind of just Microsoft uh, a framework that will enable you to run this program or other programs that previous versions of the framework will not allow you to run. So you can go to the first one, the Microsoft site, um, and you can download it here very easily. Um, you just click download, no thanks, continue, and then so yeah, go ahead and download this. Click no thanks. It'll take you through a little process, but you'll have the most up-to-date .NET framework, which will allow you to run programs such as this. So I wanted to cover um, other possible remedies to why it's not working. Now, if you do not have .NET Framework 4.0 or above, as I just stated, your other possible solution is that you didn't extract all the files from the .zip folder. What I mean by that is, as you can see right here, right here, this is a .zip, and in part one of the video, um, I tell you very briefly that a .zip is basically a compressed file just for space, to reduce space consumption on your hard drive and on your computer in general, because it's a pretty big file. So once you extract it, you can right click it and then extract all files, and it'll come into a file looking more like this, which is open. From here you can run the application, but from the actual .zip, if you do that, most likely it's not going to end up working. So make sure you extract the files, and if that doesn't make any sense to you at all, if you're not computer literate, don't hold yourself to it or against it. I mean, it is a little complex just because we are in development and we have to keep things kind of a little scattered just so we can edit here and there. However, if you have any questions, I wanted to let you guys know. You can email me directly right here at homesellerpal@gmail.com, or you can send my assistant. Her name's Jenny. You can send her a text uh, at that number. She'll give you a call back or a text, and you guys can hop online, and she'll assist you through the process. And or you can email her at realizerealestate@gmail.com. She essentially handles all our customer service as well as our partners and apprentices, all that type of thing, joint ventures. So she's there to help you every step of the way. Um, anyways, other than that, I think that's pretty much it. This is a very powerful piece of software. Be very careful with who you share with, because there's a lot of personal data here, as you can see, which is a plus, but in the wrong hands can be used and utilized to exploit and just do some shady stuff. But any other questions you guys may have, um, you got the contact info, and I wanted to show you guys just for the sake of not confusing you in the near future. I want to do an example of a city. So let's say Miami, right? Once again, keep it all capitalized, comma, Florida, right? Let's do Miami. That's a city. We'll look for instead of high equity, let's take off high equity, and let's look for vacancies, right? And let's look for people out of state. Simply residential, vacant, not high equity, out of state owners. Okay, so simply Miami, Florida. Now these are leads that may be in distressed situations, facing foreclosure, um, in kind of tough spots, and you know, as unfortunate as it may be, we are in the business of dealing with distressed owners, um, and helping them out. But here we are, uh, 1,250 off-market potential leads for you to go ahead and help out, whether it be a short sale or something along those lines. So, last one, look up a zip code. Let's look up, this is how you enter zip codes. This is probably one of the more complex ones because you're going to have to type in the city. So let's type in North Hollywood. Then you have to type in the state, California, comma, and then the zip code. Let's look at 91605. It's an old zip code of mine. We'll do simply vacancies because if you add too much search criteria, then it'll limit the amount of results, essentially. And yeah, we'll look just for vacancies, and we'll even include banks to broaden the search out. So let's look at that. One thing I'd like to reiterate is just the more criteria and the more targeted that you're trying to find, that you're trying to search for, the less amount of records that obviously are going to be available. As you can see, there's 0 in that zip code for the search criteria that I was looking for. So maybe not vacancies. Let's try high equity, absentee owners. So what this is we're looking for burnt out landlords here. Let's try it again in the same spot. Whoopsie, sorry about that. Keep everything capitalized. North Hollywood, California, 91605. High equity, absentee owners. Okay, so these aren't vacant; they're just landlords, and this is typically what a lot of people target. A lot of people target, just looking for burnt out landlords. And while it is a very big pool of potential off-market sellers, motivated sellers, it's not extremely targeted because you're not sure if they want to or not. It's kind of a numbers game there. When we include vacancies, that's a different story because nobody really wants to be holding on to a house where there's no tenant and they're just paying, mortgage or property taxes in the house, etc., etc. So let's just see if this comes up. And as you can see, it's very simple to use. It's a very simple, very user-friendly interface. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but it gets things done. And as you can see right there we go. In this zip code right here, 91605, we have 406 leads. These are people with high equity that don't live in the property. these would be a good candidate to mail to as well. You can definitely land a deal sending these 406 people a postcard, or leaving a door hanger on their door. Uh, of course, the motivated seller's address, mailing address, not the actual property address. Um, and yeah, it's definitely a way to reach out, and it's a very responsive list. I've gotten anywhere from, geez, 8 to even 20% response rates on postcards, and we're getting deals done with this database. So I'd like to include you guys into it, and I just wanted to show you how it works, where we're going with it. Our next step is most likely phone numbers. I don't necessarily like to cold call, but I know that there's a lot of people out there who would prefer to save money and just start cold calling. My only concern is oversaturation, so I may be restricting um, this software used to only a handful of people based on area, based on location. I'm not sure just yet if that's going to be by county, by state, but I will keep you guys notified if if I decide to do anything of that sort. So to export, once again, export right here, save it wherever you want as a spreadsheet, and you'll have all those organized, ready to send in a mailer, ready to post some flyers, and do what you will with the spreadsheet, organize it, etc., etc. So thank you very much for watching this. I hope it explained all your questions and addressed some issues that people were having. So yeah, check your .NET framework and then try it again, and make sure your username and login are correct, and then yep, that's it. Make sure you extract the zip file, put all those little files into one file, and run the .exe file right here. Run that one, and you'll be able to get onto here. So you know how to gain access to this if you are one of my subscribers. If you're not, you should subscribe, and I will give you 3-day access to this. You can pull as many leads as you want from anywhere you want. Very, very soon we're going to be opening up the gates for you to actually have access to this. Yep. So to stop rambling on, this is Andy closing it out here. This is our Motivated Sellers program, and I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, kind of introduction to it, and I hope to hear from you guys and partner with you guys and make some business together. Thank you.